Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word. I'm Alex, your friendly host, and I'm thrilled to have you join me on another linguistic adventure. Today, we're diving into a very common word, one that you've probably heard many times, and that is the word course. Now, what exactly does course mean? Well, in simple terms, at an A1 level, course primarily means either a class that you take to learn something or a route that someone or something follows. So, you can think of it as either something you study or a path you take. Let's break it down further. When we talk about course as a class, we're referring to a series of lessons or lectures on a particular subject. For example, I am taking an English course to improve my language skills. Or, she signed up for a cooking course to learn how to bake cakes. You see? It's all about learning something new in a structured way. Now, let's consider course as a route. Imagine a river flowing towards the sea. We could say, the river follows a winding course through the mountains. Or, if you're driving somewhere, we followed the course of the road, carefully checking for signs. It indicates direction, movement, and a path. Okay, so we have a basic understanding of what course means. But are there other words that we can use that have similar meanings? Absolutely. Let's explore some synonyms. For the class meaning of course, we could use the word class itself. For example, instead of saying I am taking a math course, you could say I am taking a math class. See how it works? Another synonym could be lesson. My guitar lesson starts at 4 p.m. today conveys a similar meaning to a guitar course. You could also use the word program, especially when referring to a structured series of classes. The university offers a computer science program. For the route meaning of course, we could use the word path. So, instead of the ship changed its course, you could say the ship changed its path. Another synonym is route. You could say, the bus follows a specific route every day. Or way, as in which way should we go? Now, let's look at antonyms, words with opposite meanings. This might seem a bit tricky with the word course, but we can find contrasting ideas. For the class meaning, an antonym could be individual study, which means learning on your own without a structured class. Instead of taking a course, you might engage in individual study using books and online resources. Or simply ignorance, meaning a lack of knowledge on a topic covered in a course. For the route meaning, an antonym could be deviation or detour, which means moving away from the intended path. Because of the accident, we had to take a detour directly contrasts with following a planned course. Okay. Let's move on to how you can use course in everyday life. When talking about school or education, you might say, I need to choose a course for next semester. Or, the course is very interesting and challenging. When giving directions, you could say, follow the course of the river until you see the bridge. Or, keep on the right course and you will arrive at your destination. You might also hear the phrase of course, which means certainly or yes. For example, can you help me with this? Of course. Here are some more usage examples in sentences and phrases. The main course of the meal was delicious. This refers to part of a meal. In due course, everything will be all right. This phrase means eventually or at the right time. The pilot set the course for London. This refers to the direction of the plane. He is taking a course in photography. This refers to a class or program. She changed the course of her life. This means she made a significant change in direction. It's only natural, of course. It is standard operating procedure. It is par for the course. This is the normal way. This is the course of nature. It's what happens next. This is the normal course of events. I know the way. I know the course. So, to recap, course can mean a class or a route. We learned some synonyms like class, path, and route, and some antonyms like individual study and detour. We also explored how to use course in everyday conversations. Thank you so much for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you found this episode helpful. Now, before you go, I have a small request. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. Your support helps others find our show and continue their English learning journey. And here's a fun challenge. Create your own sentence using the word course and share it as a comment below. I'd love to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep learning and keep exploring the wonderful world of words.